Welcome back to my channel, and in this video we will be reacting to, or I will be reacting to, Women Are Powerful as Hell, Debunking the Feminist Lie. Oh, what did feminists do this time, Abby?
Hello, Classic Crew, and welcome to today's video, where we're going to be talking about what feminists won't tell you. I've been thinking a lot about feminism lately, and it really started when I watched a Christina Hoff Sommers interview, which led me down a rabbit hole as I started watching a bunch of her videos, and then watching videos from other women who know a lot about this topic. And it was fascinating to hear what Christina Hoff Sommers had to say. Now, if you don't know who Christina Hoff Sommers is, she works with the American Enterprise Institute, and she actually has a YouTube series called The Factual Feminist. Now, a lot of people on the internet also call her Based Mom. So Christina Hoff Sommers, her thing is speaking out about the problems with modern feminism. Now, she is not conservative. She is a Democrat, and she and I disagree on some things, but on the topic of feminism, we do not disagree. And it was fascinating to hear her take on things, because all of a sudden I felt like, oh my goodness, everything I've been feeling actually has a reason. Now, one of the things that Sommers talks about is the fact that despite feminism saying that women are so strong, women are stronger than men, they also have women feeling like fragile flowers, and they think that women are victims. And the example that Sommers brings up very often in interviews is that when she went to Oberlin to give a speech, they set up a safe space so that women who felt overwhelmed by her speaking on this topic could go there and feel like they weren't being attacked. And this is a depressing thing to me.
It's a depressing thing to you, Abby. You have never, to my knowledge, been assaulted, and I'm going to give a trigger warning. You have never been sexually assaulted by a man. You have never been physically assaulted by a man, let alone several times as an adult, as a child. And if you have been through this experience, I can tell you, it is no picnic. I can tell you how many counselors, how many psychiatrists, how many different medications it has taken over the years for me, and not just me, as someone who has experienced these things and is bipolar, to get to some kind of normal. And I'm still not normal yet. It's not good, Abby. And until you have experienced it, you should probably shut your freaking mouth about it.
In that women are not weak. Women are strong. Women
are strong. We are very strong. But there comes a point in which, okay, let's relay this scenario. And this is my scenario. Let's say that you, as a child, have a step-parent who is an alcoholic, who is violent. You are not a wealthy family, and you are isolated from friends and family. Let's say that this man puts his hands on you. Let's say that he is frequently drunk and violent most of the time, and you never know what you're going to expect. Try growing up with that for years, Abby, and then as an adult finding out you're bipolar, and this doesn't make anything better. It makes it a whole lot worse. Excuse me. We may be strong, but there can be forces that are stronger. And we do not automatically think of men as oppressors, but we know that they can be. And we need to teach women what to do if that ever happens to them.
Are so powerful, and it makes me crazy to think about how often the left plays into this victim narrative. Feminists play into this victim narrative that women are victims of society, of the patriarchy, when we have so much power.
Correction, Abby. We have some power now. But, Abby, did you realize that there was a time when women could not even have a bank account, have a credit card? I mean, what if you have no husband, Abby? How are you going to support your kids, your family? How?
This was the reason I made a video about a year ago about Taylor Swift's song The Man, her music video on The Man, which again plays into all of these stereotypes that women are weak and that men can do whatever they want, and that women are weak because society has made them that way. No. Women are very strong. And I'm really excited to talk about this today because it's a really important idea, and I think it gives women an opportunity to feel more fulfilled and feel happier than constantly feeling like a victim, which will only make you despondent. So,
Abby, I'm pretty sure I didn't feel like a victim. I'm pretty sure I was one. And you can be strong, but think of women in other countries, Abby, where things are not so equal. And yeah, these women may be strong, but the way things are set up, and American women, how things were set up, it doesn't matter how strong you are, crap still happens to you.
I'm really excited to get into today's video. I hope you are too. Let's get into it. So let's talk about feminism briefly. Feminism is a very good example of the term semantic overload. If you don't know, semantic overload means when a term acquires multiple meanings and is used in a purposefully vague way, so you're not sure which meaning is being used at what time. The left is great at using words and phrases like this, and they put people on the spot by using them. But feminism is a great example of this. Feminism has
Oh, kind of like conservatives are so great at dog whistling.
three waves. Some people think there's a fourth wave now, and each wave was defined by different things. Now, the first wave was a good wave. The first wave of feminism was about getting legal equity for women. So very famously, we got voting rights in the first wave of feminism. But the second wave of feminism and the third wave of feminism started changing what feminism meant. It wasn't about being made
beauty that makes an impact, raising the standards until all beauty is
changing what feminism meant. It wasn't about being made equal to men anymore and getting equal rights. It was about a lot of different things. And a lot of them are paradoxical to each other. So we think about the idea that feminism, it means sex positivity, that we shouldn't slut shame people. But then we also get the idea that it's sex negativity, that engaging in sex with men is actually a bad thing because we're allowing men to take advantage of us and use their oppressive nature in a sexual manner. It can mean equality in the workplace. It can also mean that women must have equality in the workplace despite the fact that many women do not want to get to the heights of their careers and actually choose to leave high-powered jobs in order to stay at home and have families. That is a choice many women make.
Okay. First of all, income equality should be the same whether you want to stay home. You know, if you want to stay home, leave work for a while, be with your kids, that's your choice. Income equality should always be there, regardless of what job you do or do not have. And another example, I was recently in a psychiatric care facility with women, and guess what? I had a woman who was in there with me getting help, and guess what her husband did, Abby? Her soon-to-be ex, who is supposed to love her, called the cops, told them that she was, I don't know what, unstable. Okay, I'm going to give another trigger warning, suicidal. And they put her in that facility despite the fact that she was neither of those. But her husband knew that he could do that, and so he did. Just another example.
And feminism doesn't care that that is the case. They'll still say that women are not making the same amount of men, that they're making 78 cents on the dollar or whatever figure is.
Actually, Abby, in different countries of the world, income inequality is a major problem.
In play today. Being feminist can mean being pro-choice, and that if you're pro-life, you have internalized misogyny. It can mean that you believe that there's an inherent victimization of women by society and the patriarchy. Now, the issue is this: when
Abby, let me speak on this pro-choice, pro-life. I am a liberal Democrat. I would never, ever have any abortion unless it was a life and death situation. However, I do not begrudge and would never deny anybody the choice to do what is right for them. That is what pro-choice is. Not pro-abortion, pro-choice. But that's been taken away too.
someone asks me, are you a feminist? What am I going to say? I say, of course I believe in equality for men and women, but I don't believe in all the rest of this stuff, whatever else it means. What does a woman even mean to you? What do rights mean to you? This is why feminism is a dangerous concept, because it is not just about...
No, Abby. Deciding, being a group of men and having them decide what you can and cannot do with your body is dangerous. Yet it has happened. Are women not victims of that? Let's say, and this has happened, Abby, that you have a baby that you've been told will only live a few hours after birth. Women now have to go through the emotional trauma of that, whether they want to or not, for a baby that will not end up living. Why? Because conservative men decided that. And now it is law.
equal legal rights. It is not just about being equal in society. It's about a bunch of other things hidden under the guise of the title feminism. And what this made me realize is that feminists don't understand what the real strength of women is. They don't understand the strengths that are unique to us as a sex and what is so exciting and powerful about being a woman. And the reason I was thinking about this was because I watched the movie Seven Brides for Seven Brothers. This is a musical that came out in 1954, and it's about a man named Adam Pontopy, who in the 1850s is a backwoodsman, and he lives in Oregon, and he comes to town, and he's looking to trade some wares as well as to find a wife, and he happens to find one, and her name is Millie. And Millie is actually the main character of the movie. She's been working in a boarding house serving all of these frontiersmen, and when a man comes in and offers to sweep her away to his beautiful cabin in the mountains and to his farm, she takes him up on the offer. She thinks it's beautiful. She'll be part of a sovereign household with her husband. And when he brings her up to the mountains, that is not what she gets. She walks into the cabin and finds that he had not told her about the 6 brothers that he has that live in the cabin with him, none of whom have been raised with a woman's touch. I mean, honestly, that's what it is. They are not civilized, they're all messy, and Millie has to make a choice. She has to make a choice. She could return back to town. She could run away from what she's been faced with, and instead she pushes up her sleeves, grabs her Bible, and says, I am going to build up the men around me and make this house a home. And she does. She makes all of the men in the movie better.
Abby, how old are you? I don't really give a crap, because you should know that the way things are in movies are not how they are in real life.
For having been there, she forces them to be the best version of themselves. She makes them eligible bachelors so that they can meet wives. She uses her strengths as a woman to make everyone around her better. And it's a beautiful film for that reason. Now, she doesn't ask the men to be weak. Instead, she encourages them to find the best parts of their masculinity. This is all indicative of what women's strengths are. Watching the movie, you wouldn't blame Millie for returning to her life in the town. That would make sense. She was kind of blindsided by this scenario. But the way that Millie's character decides to proceed forward is indicative of something greater. Women have a unique strength, and it gives us purpose and it gives us fulfillment. We set the standards for civilizations.
BS on a lot of these arguments, and I'm going to tell you why. First of all, nobody can make anybody better unless they themselves want to be better. Number two, even if women are strong, okay, look at it this way, Abby. Let's say that, how do I convey this? Let's say that you have, let's say that you're swimming in water and you're a great swimmer. You're strong, you're athletic, but let's say that for no other reason, an undercurrent, a storm, whatever, stronger than yourself occurs. You might be strong, but those forces that are against you are stronger than you are. And if there are more of them than you are, it doesn't matter how strong you are. Get it? Do you see where I'm going with this?
Feminism doesn't give women credit for all of the power they already have. So what are these unique strengths that women have?
If feminism, what?
Well, number one is that women make men better. Modern feminism says that
No, we do not. And I am a prime example.
men can do, women can do better. But the fact of the matter is, women and men are not the same. It's not about trying to compete for women to be better than men at what men are good at. It's about women embracing the things that make us strong already. We don't have to fight the urge to play video games for hours on end or to be ridiculously promiscuous. But men do have those struggles, and it's our responsibility to help them, not sink them.
Oh, Abby. Again, from personal experience. Honey, if someone is an addict to anything, you can help or try to help them as much as they want. But it is their responsibility to get the kind of help they need. And I'm sorry, but a lot of times you are not going to be enough. They need real help, medical help, trained help. Women don't make men better who don't want to be better. You've never experienced this, apparently. But from someone who has, it ain't no picnic. You have not been in a psychiatrist's office having them put medications into you and try one thing, and then the next, and then the next, and then the next. And having to go in and out of hospital because something, psychiatry is a crapshoot. It is. It's let's, throw things at the wall until something sticks. Unfortunately, that is the way it is. That has been my life, and that is a lot of women's lives. Abby, you have never experienced that. So do not tell me that, oh, women are stronger than men, and so, we're never victims. Don't.
To their level. When feminists convince us that it's not our responsibility to take care of men and to make civilizations great, they're taking away a fundamental role: loving. Through our love, we make things.
Okay, Abby, there's a difference between love and care. And sometimes love is getting someone care that you cannot give them yourself. Abby, you're an opera singer. You're not a qualified addiction expert. You're not a doctor. You're not a psychiatrist. If this ever happens to your husband, I hope you know that. And I hope you would direct him towards the right kind of help. That is love.
As women, we take care of what we love. We build beauty around ourselves. We make houses, homes. We make communities better. We make men better. We make families stronger. And this happens individually as well as societally. So on an individual level, if a woman raises her son to be good and upstanding and have good values and morals, guess what? He will be a good, upstanding man. If a woman tells a man that is interested in her, I won't date you unless you get your act together, guess what? He might get his act together. Honestly.
Or he may tell you, that's just too dang bad. I'm just going to do what I want to do. I've heard that from a man. Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to do what I want to do. What you see is what you get. If you don't like it, there's the door. Oy.
The quality of our men is responsive to the quality of our women and what we demand of men. So think about the women's liberation movement. It encouraged women to have sex as thoughtlessly and mindlessly as men did. That we shouldn't tie love and sex together, that they are separate, and so if you have an urge, just go ahead and follow it. Before that started, men were forced to wait until marriage to have sex. If they wanted to.
No, they were not. Look at past presidents and those that had affairs. You know what, Abby? If a man wants it, he will get it, and he don't care where from. Oh my God. Are you this naive?
Marriage, they would have to go to less reputable places, and that's the point. They had to go out of their way to seek it. It could have physical ramifications or social ramifications. They couldn't just go to a bar or swipe right on an app and have a one-night stand. Women weren't left in the situations they are today, where they have a one-night stand with someone and maybe emotionally get attached, or where they date someone for a long time.
No, women were left in worse situations, Abby, because, once again, not allowed your own credit card, not allowed your own bank account. If your man decides to go off with this, whoever he's having an affair with, what the HE double hockey sticks are you going to do about it?
Feminism decided that sexual fulfillment was the most important thing, regardless of family, regardless of relationships, regardless of commitment, and decided that it was the most important thing for your happiness. The rules changed. Men could now sleep with women and leave. men could have sex with women and there was no.
Men have been doing that for hundreds of years. Feminism didn't give them that. They gave themselves that.
Commitment, strings attached. A woman could get pregnant and not have a man to help her. And women were left to either blame themselves for not kind of fitting in with this new narrative that sex and love weren't related, or they were blaming.
I am going to stop this video because I cannot take it anymore. Please leave your comments below. Thank you.